According to Money.cnn.com, in literacy, the United States came in ninth out of 13 industrialized countries surveyed. According to a report from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, in problem solving, Americans rank 8th, right below average, and Americans are particularly bad at math, coming in third from last in the numeracy rankings. It's distressing to see we are not performing well, said Mary Alice McCarthy, a senior policy analyst at the New American Foundation. Young people are moving into adulthood and they do not have the unnecessary skills. This comes despite the fact that the number of years Americans are expected to spend in school, 17.1, is just below the OECD average of 17.5 years and above the 16.6 years expected in the UK and the 16.2 years in Japan. Still, if we want to right situations, grades K through 12 seem to be the place to start. American college students tend to have skills more on par with their international peers. There's no shortage of ideas of how to make American schools better. Sandra Stotsky, a retired education professor at the University of Arkansas Department of Education Reform, thinks students need to be held more accountable. There needs to be less testing throughout the year, but more high-stakes testing at crucial times. If students don't pass the test, they don't move on to the next grade. Stotsky also thinks students need more options to go into trades in high school instead of relentless focus on sending kids to college, especially when they are not prepared. Finally, a greater cultural emphasis on reading would do wonders, Stotsky said. Our students spend an enormous amount of time watching TV and playing video games, she said. How can we expect high levels of literacy from people who don't read? Although I do agree that the U.S. is lacking in mathematics and must change how math is taught in the classrooms, but it should be done in a way where the students feel comfortable enough, not with just themselves, but with other students. Wiki states that tracking is separating pupils by academic ability into groups for all subjects, or certain classes and curriculum within a school. It may be referred to as streaming or emphasizing in certain schools. In tracking systems, the entire school population is assigned to classes according to whether the student's overall achievement is above average, or normal, or below average. Students attend academic classes only with students whose overall academic achievement is the same as their own. Students should be placed in tracking systems for their classrooms. Also, have we taken into consideration that mathematic disorders can be common amongst children? According to MindDisorders.com, mathematics disorders, formerly called development arithmetic disorder, developmental acalcula, and dyscalculia, is a learning disorder in which a person's mathematical ability is substantially below the level of normal expected based on his or her age, intelligence, life experience, educational background, and physical impairments. This disability affects the ability to do calculations, as well as the ability to understand word problems and mathematical concepts. It has come to encompass a number of distinct types of mathematical deficiencies. These include difficulty reading and writing numbers, difficulty aligning numbers in order to do calculations, inability to perform calculations, inability to comprehend word problems. According to MindDisorder.com, the range and number of mathematical difficulties have been documented, suggesting that there are several different causes of mathematics disorder. In addition, several known physical conditions cause mathematics disorder. Turner syndrome and Fragile X syndrome, both genetic disorders that affect girls, are associated with difficulty in mathematics. Injury to certain parts of the brain can also cause inability to perform calculations. These conditions can appear to be independent of other causes of mathematics disorder. Mathematics disorder is often associated with other learning disorders involving reading and language. Although it may exist independently in children, those whose reading and language skills are average or above average. According to MindDisorder.com, in practical terms, parents and teachers may see the following signs of mathematics disorder in children's schoolwork, such as problems counting, difficulty memorizing multiplication tables, inability to grasp difference between such operations as addition and subtraction, poor computational skills, many errors in simple arithmetic, slowness in performing calculations, difficulty arranging numbers in order from smallest to largest, inability to grasp information on graphs, difficulty copying numbers or problems, difficulty to grasp concepts of place values, inability to align 2 or 3 digital numbers to do calculations, difficulty understanding world problems, and inability to understanding mathematical symbols. These symptoms must be evaluated in the light of a person's age, intelligence, educational experience, and general culture and life experience. MindDisorder.com states that the person's medical ability must fall substantially below the level of others with similar characteristics. In most cases, several of these symptoms are present stimulantly for treatment. Children who receive a diagnosis of mathematical disorder are eligible for an individual education plan, IEP, that details specifically accommodations to learning. Because of the wide variety of problems found under the diagnosis of mathematical disorders, plans vary considerably. Generally, the instructions emphasize basic mathematical concepts while teaching children problem-solving skills and ways to eliminate distractions and extraneous information.
I know what a ratchet is.
Progress in overcoming math disorder depends on the specific type of difficulties that the children has with mathematics, the learning resources available, and the children's determination to work on overcoming the disorder. Some children work through their disability, while others continue to have problems with mathematics through life. MindDisorder.com states children who do continue to suffer from mathematics disorder may develop low self-esteem and social problems related to their lack of academic achievement. Later in life, they may be more likely to drop out of school and find themselves shut out of jobs or occupations that require the ability to perform basic mathematical calculations. As I said prior, U.S. is lacking in mathematical skills, but we need to change the way that children are taught, either placing them in tracking classes or gaining an understanding that mathematical disabilities is common amongst young children. Thank you.